Do you hate your job? Bree Groff is here today to flip everything you think you know about being happy at your work on its head. It's a game changer.
And I thought, what is the use in extending our lives if we're just wishing away Monday through Friday?
I hate meetings.
What I'm trying to do is to bring some of that humanity back because it makes us feel more alive and it also makes the work better. Your brain works whether you're wearing a suit or stretchy pants.
That is how every employee in the world feels about their job. Somebody's listening to this right now and is having a revelation. Hey y'all, welcome to the Kim Gravel Show. This is your weekly dose of encouragement, hope, and a lot of laughter. I'm Kim and I'm here with my trusty producer, Zach. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Kim.
Today's about work and about having more fun at work. And Zach, we work together a lot. Am I a fun person to work with?
Yes, Kim, you are very fun. I'm just kidding. You are totally fun to work with. I think the fact that I can even joke about that tells me, tells the audience a little bit. I don't know. Do you think you're fun?
This is what I want to know.
At work? Wait, are you fun at work, Kim? What do you think?
No, I'm not. I need help in that area. I'm serious. Believe it or not, people think, oh my God, Kim is so much fun. I am and I'm not.
Okay.
I'm intense. So I would think the first word for me in the work environment would be intense.
That's a pretty good word to use. But why? Okay. You're intense, but you also are you're empathetic. You understand that you're not.
I care.
You care. I think that's the thing, right?
But people get on my nerves and things happen. And so it happens. But I want to ask you a question and I want you to be honest with me, Zach. And there's no judgment here. So there is no retribution or anything if this is the case.
Okay.
So I have heard through the grapevine that there's a group chat that is a venting group text about me and Amy or events about me and Amy as bosses. Zach, do you know of any text strand?
Here's what I will say. I wish there was a text strand that I could be a part of because it would be great, honestly. And I will tell you when, every, once a month, once every couple of months, I'll call Emily and Emily's lovely. And, me and her will gossip a little bit and it's great. And it's not mean.
Fantastic.
It's just hey, what's going on in the world?
It's just venting. It's just venting. Well, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Zach, our guest today, that is how you build teams. That is camaraderie. That is what makes work fun. And I cannot wait to get to her today. It's going to be so good. And I'm going to by the end of the show, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to see if there's a text string.
Okay, but wait, I feel like you as the boss grilling your employees on whether or not they are doing text behind your back.
I don't know if
this
HR.
is a toxic workplace. And actually, I would like to talk. Who's HR? Who can I talk to that's HR? Is that
Amy's HR?
Amy? Right.
Call Amy.
I'm calling Amy next. I'm going to be I want to file an HR complaint against Kim. You know what? I'm going to start the text chain just to prove you right.
Just to prove you right.
Brought it into the world.
Zach, we're about to bring in our guest, but first I wanted to say to every single person who's watching and listening, thank you for being here. Podcasting is so personal, and the fact that I get to share, anything that y'all would even begin to even click and listen. I just want to thank you so much. And I want to ask that if you feel like it, and I hope you do, you share this episode with a friend. Let everybody know, what's going on over here at the Kim Gravel Show. Word of mouth is what helps us grow. And Zach and I keep making the show bigger and better every single week. And we just thank you for being here and listening. Let somebody know, because maybe somebody, even after today's episode, can learn a little something and be encouraged. Y'all, I've got something to share that I absolutely love. And I love it because I love variety. And I'm all about easy, clean, fresh fragrance. And the right perfume makes you feel, confident, alive. You can do anything. But the problem is I also, love to use different scents. I love trying new things. And so depending on my mood or what I'm doing. So buying full-size bottles of perfume is way too expensive. Travis is I don't think so. So that's why I'm obsessed with my new sponsor, Scentbird. Scentbird is this fragrance subscription service on a mission. And it's its mission is to empower each and every person to express themselves through scent. And it's incredible getting to experience so many different scents each month without committing like full-size bottles. I mean, I love change. I love being surprised. And I love discovering new fragrances that may become the next staples in my fragrance routine. I call it my fragrance wardrobe. I just tried Lake and Sky, and it smelled like this organic, fresh, clean scent. I also loved Light Blooms. It's going to be perfect for those everyday where you just want that fresh, fragrant garden smell. Seriously, y'all, these perfumes smell so good. And the best part is they're also affordable. You can try the first fragrance from Scentbird for only $8. That's right, $8. And then your next month will only be $16.95. They have over 900 fragrances available. It's a genius idea. And all you have to do is scan the QR code or use the promo code Gravel, that's GRAVEL, to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. And then you get your first fragrance for just $8 to try a high-end boutique fragrance. I'm telling you. And the next month will only be $16.95. So that's code GRAVEL for 55% off your first month at Scentbird. Okay, y'all, my guest today has figured out the trick to being happy at work. And let me just say, who wants more of that? Hands up. Me. Her goal is to help you design your work and your life in a way that will make you feel excited to get out of bed every morning and go to work. She spent decades as an advisor for companies like huge companies like Microsoft, Google, and even Target. And now her new book has just been released, and it's called, listen to this, Today Was Fun, a book about work. Seriously. And I love that because it could be seriously or seriously. Let's ask our guest what she meant by that. Please welcome Bree Groff. Your name is perfect to be sung. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point.
It's so good. Thank you for having me. That is amazing.
Okay, Bree, let me just ask you, how would you say seriously? Like, how do you say it? Like,
I say seriously. As in,
okay.
When I talk about fun at work, people raise an eyebrow. They're like, are you talking about ping pong tables and happy hours? And my answer is no. I'm talking about like as you're doing the work with the people producing the things that create the value, that is the fun part. Seriously.
Yeah, I got it. So it's not a seriously, it's not a like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm going to start off with because there's a little thing happening. I probably shouldn't be saying this, Bree, because all things people can. Okay, here we go, spilling a little tea. So within our little work family, I won't tell you which work family because I have a lot of work families. There is a spill the tea venting chat going on.
Oh no! Now I'm worried, Kim.
No, Zach.
I'm getting worried.
I'm serious. Seriously, it is so Bree. I'm living for this chat. This chat is basically a reality TV show in the making, right?
Yeah.
Is this the kind of fun you're talking about having? Because if I'm down like 4 flat tires, if it is, that's probably not appropriate. But is that the kind of like thing you're talking about, building relationships with people, building connections with people? What do you mean by having fun at work?
Yeah. So it's not the sum of it, but it is definitely a part of what I'm talking about. So that sort of like underground spill the tea chat is
so fantastic.
Amazing. And I would say for 2 reasons. One is we always feel better taking off our business mask. Right? Like there's a way in which we feel like we have to present and use the jargon and the strategic imperatives and right? Like, and it makes us feel more professional in a way that we think is palatable, but it also strips us of our humanity. So in a chat like that, you're like,
it's fantastic.
Through my business mask, like, let me tell you what it really is. So that's great. And then the second thing is the camaraderie. I am a firm believer that your work friends can and should be your friends. Because if you are spending more time with them some weeks than with a significant other, a kid, or whoever it is, then I would hope you like them. And so sometimes, and there's actually tons of research on this too, a little bit of light-spirited gossip with friends is bonding. No, I don't want anyone to go be mean. Be like, oh, Bree said to just go gossip.
I own and work with a lot of different companies, right? So there is a group chat I know about within my own Hardy Girl Inc. company where I know that they are smack talking me and my business partner, Amy, hard. And honestly, A, I'm jealous I'm not a part of it, but B, I think it's a good thing. Like I encourage that because that's the human part of who we are. And I love what you write. You say, be a meets expectation employee and an exceeds expectation human. It's the human side of us that I love that you talk about in your book. Explain that.
Yeah. So we pretend like we're not humans at work. And we 1000% are, right? Like we have this sort of machine-like persona that we often put on, and not because we want to, but we sometimes feel like we need to in order to be accepted. It's things like not eating lunch during the day because we feel like it's not professional to eat and during a meeting, or as we talk, putting on your business mask, or trying to create this sort of persona of being professional. But it's not good for humans, and it's also not good for the company. So at a human level, like who wants to feel like they have to like pull it all together all day long? At the end of the day, you're like, oh, I can finally like unbutton this button and be myself. Like it's not good for your mental health, your psychological safety at work. It's also bad for business.
It's not good for business.
As an organization or a leader, you want your people to be coming with their full palette of creativity and expression and ingenuity. And none of that happens when you're sitting with perfect posture all day. And so what I'm trying to do is to bring some of that humanity back, is to like crack that, candy-coated exterior that we sometimes put on, because it makes us feel more alive and it also makes the work better.
You talk about building a cozy team. And I think about all those movies in the 80s. And I'm older than you, Bree, but what was that movie called? Well, what's her name in it?
You're giving us a lot to go on, Kim.
I know. What's Working Girl? Working Girl with Working Girl is the name of it. And they talk about put on a mask. I mean, that in the 80s and even the 90s, that was the thing to do, Bree, was just to button up. Remember the little, well, you probably don't because you're an older millennial, but put on the little, and know that you had to, especially as a woman, be a professional. What's a cozy team? Being cozy and team does not sound like they go together.
So first of all, I get that. And I'm also a woman who has been in many boardrooms and felt the need to do all those things, right? Like to drop my voice a little so it sounds fuller, to pick the seat at the end of the table, like to do all those things to sort of like fluff my feathers. I've felt all of that. And so there's a way in which I want to succeed in the world, but I also want to change it. And so a cozy team, when I am leading a team, I don't want anybody on my team to have to feel that way, that they have to fluff their feathers or perform. So when you think about what coziness feels like in the winter or the fall, you feel safe and comfortable despite the elements, right? It could be a blizzard outside and you feel good and safe and comfortable. So I want my teams to feel that too, no matter what's happening out in whatever, with the client or the market or the business. A team that is cozy is one that trusts each other, that feels comfortable being humans around each other, that is actually interested in each other's lives beyond work. It doesn't have to be super invasive, but like you should, know if somebody is a sibling or like some basic facts around each other. And simply just move through each day, as I say, sort of bearing witness to each other's lives. It's nice to feel known, and it's nice to know other people. So we can always create that at the local level, even if at a company level or at a society level, it feels like, oh, we have to put on our masks to succeed.
What do you do when you have a team member that is frigid, not cozy?
Well, look, so there's always going to be a spectrum of how people want to relate to their work. I've had many people on teams who are like, look, I want to come, I want to do my work, I want to get paid, and I want to go home. Sometimes people will relate that way. And I always secretly suspect that sometimes people relate that way because they've been burned in the past.
I agree.
So if I hold the belief that deep down people do want to show up as themselves, as their unapologetic self, that they do want to be seen and known. But I also don't want to force that on people, right? I'm not saying like, tell me about your first relationship in high school. This is getting to know people on a level that they're comfortable with. And then what I find is inevitably when a person feels safe, then they do want to be part of the cozy team.
Yeah, but don't you think people want real connection though? Especially like you said at work when we're spending a lot of our time. I think as humans, like as you always talk about the human experience and showing up as a human, not a worker bee.
Yes.
We want that connection. How do we do that in a way that in our world where everything is so HR focused?
I know. Well, yeah. So first of all, I try and model myself showing up just as myself. And probably I'm like 25% too much TMI. I'm okay with that. It's fine.
Kim is 100% TMI.
Oh, I'm 98%. So this is it, Bree. We're going to add you to our little group chat. The Spill the Tea with them and me. Yeah, we're going to add you to that group chat. No, I hear what you're saying. You're 25% TMI and you're okay with that.
Yeah, I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable, but also I want to model. Like, look, if I'm going to exercise in the morning and shower and come, like I don't have time to do my hair. My team is going to deal with that and be fine. Even clients are fine with that. But I want to model that, like, look, I want to be healthy and I'm just as smart if my hair is like perfectly done or not.
Ain't it the truth?
Right? Like I'm smart if I'm wearing a blazer or pajamas. I'm just the same. Like I model eating during the week.
So what is your take on all this work from home, remote working? I'm curious in your background, because you've been in the corporate world, which is its own world.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I will tell you, in all my years in business, the corporate world, I've never seen people fail up more than anywhere else. In athletics, you can't do that. Honestly, in the arts, it's hard to do it. But in corporate America, you can fail the heck up so easy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you remain human in that kind of environment?
My instinct is always, it sounds so stupid. It sounds like when you tell a kindergartner, it's like, be yourself and tell the truth, right?
Yes.
Like, those are the two places to start. And I do. Like, I show up as myself. Like, my teams have seen me cry over the years, dozens of times, right? Because my daughter's having a meltdown because, like, when I was losing my mother, I had a hard day at the hospital. But, this is me, 360 degrees Bree. So like sometimes I'm going to cry. And you know what? It doesn't make my teams think I'm unprofessional. It actually endears them to me, I think. Like, we've got your back, Bree. Like, do you want to go take a break? What do you need to do? We've got this.
It's authentic.
It's just, I'm just showing up as a human, right? And I'm also telling the truth. Bree. Like, I'm not zippering up myself and trying to put on a brave face. Same is true. Like, if a project is going off the rails, I say, hey, I think this project is going off the rails. What should we do about it? And not with resentment, but it doesn't help to sort of sugarcoat or like,
I agree,
HR-ify it, or internal comms-ify it. Like, you got to tell the truth, and then people relate to that, and they want to be a part of helping you or the solution or whatever it is.
I mean, I love what you just said about the whole project thing, because I don't know if this is a woman thing, but like there's so many times I look at projects that we even are doing and I'm thinking, that ain't going to work. It's just not going to work. And so instead of just saying it, I find myself tiptoeing through the tulips sometimes.
Yeah.
And I have learned, now I want your take on this, because I have learned that when I'm kind of just a straight shooter, the sting hurts when I say, this ain't gonna work, y'all. It stings a little bit, but in the long run, that authenticity, that transparency pays off for us all as a team. What are your thoughts on that? Because you seem to be authentic. Like, look, this is who I am. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. I like what you're saying because I think it's absolutely 100% true.
Yeah.
But what does the tiptoe effect do for us? I don't think it serves us.
Yeah, I agree. Because I'm with you.
I feel it.
Because in the moment, sure, it's going to sting. Like somebody came up with the idea, you've like done a few things, like it always is going to hurt. But what hurts more is one, when you have a leader that didn't say anything, and then you spent weeks or months of your life trying to build this project and then it fails. And then the leader, it's like, oh, somebody knew I could have saved all that time. Right. It also builds trust and the psychological. If a leader can model, I'm just going to say what I think, then it creates more of an environment where that's okay and we don't have to sugarcoat it. And if you built a cozy team first, it's so much easier because then, I can say to a team, like my team already would know that I think that they are smart and capable. And like it's me saying this project is not going to work is not a reflection on my opinion of them. It's a reflection on whatever context this project is in and whatever we're doing with it. And so if you have the care there first, the honesty becomes so much easier. And then they respect you for it, for like just, calling it as it is. And honestly, it's infectious too. Like people are drawn to people who can speak their mind.
Isn't that the truth? I'd rather know what you're thinking and feeling and how you feel about it than to me, the other one, not only is it disingenuous when you're not saying what you mean to say and how, but it's a little bit manipulative. I mean, and you can't trust that because like you said, trust is at the crux of any and every relationship, including business. All right. So much of business can feel like yada, 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 performing, you know, like being busy and my to-do list and professional. I've got 5,000 meetings, which I hate. I hate meetings.
Yeah. You're not alone.
But isn't performing, it's not real. How many results do you get from performing at work instead of like accomplishing?
Right. It comes from a place of fear. Like we want to be seen as professional. We want our work to fit in. So people, they're making the presentations that look like everybody else's presentations. I mean, it comes from like a really deep human need to be accepted at its core. And especially accepted by an organization that's paying your bills and supporting your family, like that really runs deep. So I get the instinct to perform in that way. But I found consistently it's the people who really end up getting ahead are the ones that are just a bit braver. Like the ones that are saying what they think, that are daring to push the boundaries, that are daring to be a little bit more creative. Especially with AI, AI can do the normal stuff, right? Like AI can make normal
we hadn't even gotten into that. Yes.
I mean, that's a whole other thing. But the people who dare to be a little bit braver, like those are the people who are being given the bigger assignments and are succeeding. So it feels counterintuitive because it feels less safe. But in the long run, your safety in your career is based on you doing good work, not just pretending or performing good work.
We got to sit on that for a second because we are in a culture, and I see it with my kids who are teenagers, that is how it looks. It's performative as opposed to productive. Because honestly, I find myself, I don't have time to post on the productivity that our company and that I'm doing because I just don't have the time. But the people who are performing, who are, when you get under the hood of a business, you're like, oh, well, they're not, that's not that real. So I love how you are talking about this authenticity. I don't know if I believe in the fake it till you make it, right? I believe in faith it till you make it, but faking it is faking it. I was just having this conversation with my business partner driving over here to do this podcast. I say all that to say, how should you show up to work? Like, how should you present yourself? You have some rules in the book about that, but like, how should you come with your full self? How do you do that?
Sure. So first of all, you don't have to do it all at once or all on one day. Like, you don't have to make it like your debutante ball where you like come one day and you're like, here I am, the real me.
I'm real. Yeah. Okay.
Which I don't know, might be amazing if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You can do it step by step. So all of chapter 2 is about the title of the chapter is Your Brain Works Whether You're Wearing a Suit or Stretchy Pants. Look, like if you work in finance and everyone's wearing some kind of suit or button down and you don't want to get fired, like fine, put on like a sock with a fun print. You know, like you can day by day
step out,
be a little bit more yourself. And frankly, like when I see somebody, especially like in talking about dress, who's just, you can tell when they're radiating, I feel good in my skin and in my clothes. And then you can tell when someone's like adjusting their collar that's like buttoned up a little too tight.
Torture.
Right? Like, and jargon is the same way. There's some like super interesting research that we think jargon improves people's perceptions of us, but in fact, it can backfire. And it's often more junior employees that overuse jargon. I mean, you can almost like see it if you have a junior employee that's like, I think we need to align on our KPIs so that we can strategically optimize for our business performance in Q4. You're just like, what are you saying? And then the good leaders will be like, we're doubling down on this, put $1 million in it, right? Like that's a bold, clear move versus the performative jargon. So get rid of the jargon. Just give it a shot saying what you want to say. And again, you don't have to do it all at once, but I don't know, in one meeting this week, you can just give it a go. Like, what's that thing? We often feel like it's this thing I want to say. It's sort of bubbling up. Should I say it? Should I not say it?
Say it.
For a test drive, say it out loud, right? And like see what the reaction is. And when I've done this, people come up to me after the meetings and say, thank God you said that. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Right. But you have to give it a small go. Give it a small go.
Because I'm barely in a bra when I show up to work, because I have to put on the dog is what we call it, to doll up. So what does it mean to dress for joy? I mean, dress your personality, talk to me about like that. Because a lot of people think, oh God, it's like the sheep mentality and everybody needs to, but I love the individuality of people.
Yeah. There's a quote in the book from the chief New York Times fashion critic that says, I love when women, I'm paraphrasing here, show up in clothes that telegraph to the world who they are, because that is the ultimate grown-up way to dress. And I just loved that because it's not, I'm going to wear this so that someone else's opinion of me is going to be this, which we all think about, right? It's human nature. And it's like, I get it. Like, I'm not going to show up to somebody's wedding in sweatpants. Like, you're going to be sort of like situation aware. But when I can show up, like right now, I'm wearing a tank top because I love having my arms free. Like, it makes
I love your nail color too. I love your nail color.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, I can see who you are by your precious hair and your nail color. To me, it's a look. It's a distinction.
Yeah. And it makes me feel more like myself. And now I am here speaking with my voice as opposed to like, oh, what do I think you want to hear on this? Like, what does Kim want me to say? I feel like but also like you like beam this out of your pores of like, we want to, like it's comfortable to be yourself around you. And so I think it's important. It makes us feel better about ourselves and our days. It makes us feel more seen because you're being seen for who you are. And frankly, it is magnetic. Like in any room, especially in boardrooms, I look around and say, who's the most unapologetic version of themselves? I'm drawn to like the person who's
drawn to them.
Folded it up, right? Or is like doodling a frog or is saying what they want to say. Like that's,
I love a good frog doodle.
I'm like, I'm going to be them. I'm going to be that person.
Well, and it also, when you show up authentic, it gives other people permission to do the same.
Yes. 1,000%. And people are grateful. This is the, like, my hypothesis about what people actually want, what they just don't say. They actually want to have work friends. They actually want to show up as themselves. They actually want to say what they're thinking and have that be received. And it could be right, it could be wrong, but to have it be received. So if we believe that, then we can create the conditions for it.
I love your thing about being brave. It starts with taking that first step to be your authentic self. It's so funny to me how your book is talking about the work environment, but don't you think this is universal to everything in life?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I write and talk a lot about work because that's my experience as a consultant, but absolutely, like, I, in all aspects of my life, want to be the most vibrant version of myself and have that be accepted. You know, there's an exercise in the book called the user manual, which is like my sort of like cheeky term for it. But it's essentially a 1-page guide where you write down things like how to help when I'm stressed or stuck, what makes me happy on a team, what makes work sustainable for me, all of these things that you write down and then share with your colleagues, such that when they see you're stressed, like, oh, now they know, should they go up and talk to you or should they give you some space? So that's a work thing, but frankly, it's like not a bad thing to use with a partner or a friend or like someone you're dating. Like, it's all just human relationships. My experience is thinking of human relationships in the context of work, but yeah, it's a human thing as well.
But how did you figure all this out? Like, what story did you live a life that was not authentic in the workspace? Like, what made you want to write this book? Because it's personal experience for sure. I can tell this is not something you learned. You learned it. You know what I mean?
1,000%. So I had all this consulting experience, which is like good. Lots of people have consulting experience. The turning point for me, so I mentioned my mom. My mom was diagnosed with a terminal cancer in 2022.
What kind of cancer? Do you mind me asking?
No, it was a stage 4 lung cancer.
Oh God.
She was a smoker. She quit cold turkey when she had me, like now 40 years ago, but that doesn't matter. You know, if you have smoking history of smoking, or it could have been random. You know, nobody knows, right? Like,
nobody knows.
Yeah. It came and when they found it, it was already metastasized. So, but you know, it shakes your world. Like, my father already had Alzheimer's. I'm an only child. So I'm like, all right, Bree, buckle up. You are going to be the child your parents need right now.
Oh God, Bree.
It was.
Oh my Lord. That's your next book. I'm going to be the child my parents need. So it was a conscious decision you made.
Yes, absolutely. Like, when I was like, okay, because I've been in strategy for so long. I'm like, Bree, what's your strategy? I was like, here's the strategy. You're going to leave all the love on the table. You're going to leave it all out on the field, right? Like, leave no love ungiven. And so I did. When I heard this news, like within a few hours, I messaged my work and I was like, I'm out. Here's my projects. Here's who I think can take them over. I'm out for the foreseeable future. Like, didn't even ask permission. I wasn't going to take no for an answer. And then I got on the first flight to Chicago, and my mom, we were trying to figure out what to do. And she's like, you know what? So I have a husband and a daughter. She's like, I want to be in New York with you all. I want to go. I want to get cancer treatment there. So I moved my parents. We drove their 2 dogs and 2 cats from Chicago to New York in one day, got them all set up here. And then I spent those months taking care of my mom until her passing. And then my dad is still around and hanging in there.
How long was that process, Bree?
About 9 months. So she was diagnosed in like end of January 2022. And then she passed end of October. I'd have to check my math, but it wasn't very long. But when you have a situation like that, it felt so acutely that every day matters. And And that's sort of like a lesson that you would hear, and people, it's like, oh yeah, sure, every day matters. It's like one of those things that you nod along to until it's like smacks you in the face, like an asteroid coming into your life. And to contrast that with, I would have so many friends from work check in, but then I'd be like, oh, how are you doing? And they'd say things like, oh, just getting through the week. Just, why can't it be Friday? I need this week to be over. And I thought, what is the use in extending our lives if we're just wishing away Monday through Friday?
Bree, you are talking to someone right now. I'm telling you, girl, because it doesn't have to take a stage 4 lung cancer diagnosis to start living.
It shouldn't. And I think the tragedy is we let that hit us too late. And while holding still that it's never too late, right? It's never too, if you are alive, it is a happy day and you get to live this day. But still, I so desperately want other people to feel that sense of urgency that I felt. And it just so happened that I had some expertise around the one thing that takes so many good days from us, which is work. When we feel like, oh, this day isn't even mine, I've sold it to some employer. But it's not.
Lord, girl. Shut up. You got to say that again. Shut it down. Oh my gosh. Bree. Yeah. Say that. That is a big honking statement. You got to stop and say that again.
Okay.
You have to say what I don't.
That our days.
She's like you, Kim. She forgot.
Oh my God. It was so profound.
Hey, I think what I said was, it feels like our days are not even ours. I've sold this day to some employer.
Shut up. Shut it up. Shut up. That is how every employee in the world feels about their job. Most every stinking, silly, crazy, nutbag employee, including me, that's how you feel. Somebody's listening to this right now and is having a revelation. And you've sold it. Girl, you're going to have to let me process this. Say it one more time for the people in the cheap seats. You're going to have to say it because this is deep. People need to really listen.
So often we feel that our days are not even ours. We have sold them to some employer.
But is that true? Is that true, or is that just the way we feel?
No, these are our precious finite days on this planet. Dance it, Kim.
Let's go. Let's go.
They are always ours.
Yes. I got cold chills from my rooter to my tutor, girl. This is true.
Yes. And what we need to do is claim those, to claim our joy, our presence, our fun, our friendships, our moments on this beautiful planet. We need to claim those as important and ours to enjoy, even at work.
Okay. First of all, we could just end the podcast now and say thank you and get the book and good night. Because that is the most profound thing I've heard you say or anybody say when it comes to work. Because we've got to change the way we are feeling about how we're showing up to work and because we got to eat, y'all. We got to get our Chick-fil-A and our chicken nuggets. We got to eat. Okay. I know we should be eating healthier, but I'm just saying, like, life costs.
Yes.
So how do you balance that though? Because see, you just said, bye, Felicia, you were out, you checked out. You obviously had the financial luxury to do that. You had there
was an FMLA, there was part-time leave, there was all the things. But you
took full advantage of the things that had been set up. But that was a trajectory, a changing point. You don't really have to have that kind of diagnosis to really change your work-life balance. How do you have a work-life balance? And you got to talk to me about the do-nothing days, because I'm down for some do-nothing days.
Yes.
I'll take a few of those.
That's right. Well, so the beautiful thing is you don't have to have the diagnosis or burnout.
Correct.
in order to start loving your days. We're so used to this story, and it's like, it's a good story. It's very well worn, right? You have the high flying executive who suddenly has a heart attack, and then, sort of like every Hallmark Christmas movie, right? Like you've got the big city lawyer, and then they're like, oh, I'm not valuing my life. But you don't have to wait for the burnout or the diagnosis. You can just start valuing your days today.
Okay.
So the do nothing day. So you can do this at work or in life. Mostly in the book, I write about how to do it at work. And
let's do both. Let's do both. Go ahead, tell us. Let's do both.
So at work, the number of leaders I worked with or employees who are like, I don't even have time to think. Right? I'm going from meeting to email. Like, I can't have 2 original thoughts myself, except if I'm in the shower, right? The shower is the time we get all our best ideas, because it's like the one time we're not actually
you have to think.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So a do nothing day is a day at work. It's a working day when you or your team block out time. I do it for a whole day. But if you're like, Bree, that's a bridge too far.
No. Block out the whole day. It's not a bridge too far. It's going to be a bridge too far if you don't do this. No, we're blocking out the whole day.
Oh
Bree,
my God.
We're doing
it.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Block out the whole day. So, and you can think of it this way. It's a do nothing day in that you're not going to email.
It's not an off day. It's not an off day.
It's not an off day. This is a working day. This is not paid time off or anything. But you are not going to promise emails, reports, deliverables, writing, anything. You're not going to produce anything, but you are going to think everything. You are going to spend the time dreaming, walking, letting your mind wander. You could take 10 showers for all I care. If you do this in a team setting, I do this every single project. Normally we go to the park, put out some blankets, and we just talk about the project. And so it is a working day. Like, we're talking about the client. We're talking about their customers. Like, oh, what would be cool? What could we do there? And we let our brains wander down rabbit holes. If a conversation's not interesting, we stop having it. If a conversation is interesting, then we go in, well, what if? And these days, I tell you, they never fail to deliver. That, like, there's always an idea on that day that ends up being the most valuable part of our project. Because our brains are not wired to be creative and expansive and brilliant in 30-minute blocks. That's just not how our brains operate.
Are you for hire? How can we hire you in our lives?
Yes.
There are days, honestly, that I love which I never have them, but I'm going to start doing it. I'm doing some do nothing days.
Love it, Kim.
Where I just, because my kids are gone, thank God they're getting ready to go back to school. And my husband, praise God, either he's gone or something. And I just sit at my desk and I have nothing to do. And I'm excited about it.
Yes.
It's the best honking day. Mm-hmm. I'm not thinking about what I'm cooking, what I'm cleaning, who I'm talking to, a meeting. I can just, even if it's just clean out my inbox, I don't have to be on.
Yes. Because that's what our brains need. Or like, you could think of it like, it's impossible to exhale and inhale at the same time, right? You just can't do it. And so all day, what we're doing is like inhaling emails and messages, or hyperventilating, like,
emergency. Yeah.
Right? Like, you have no time to like let your brain produce and imagine, right? Like, all of that stuff. Like, whenever we have a do nothing day and an amazing idea comes out, it's like, where was that idea? Well, that idea was just stuffed under 20 emails and like reports and client meetings that we had. We just had to take those away. And then the idea,
it came to the surface.
Exactly.
I think we should do this in our personal lives too, Bree.
Yes, I'm 1,000%, because how
with your family, with your kids. Yes.
Right. It's so easy to be like, oh, I didn't do the laundry yet. Let me just do that. And like, right. It's a never ending list of things that you could be doing, but to just, it's like, when's the last time you thought like, or you talked with your family about like, what's the kind of life we want to live? Or, I talk with my husband sometimes, like when we're empty nesters, what do we want to do? Like, could we dream a little bit? Like, where do we want to live? What do we want to be? What's important to us? It's like those kinds of conversations. I feel like, oh, he and I didn't have those conversations for like a decade when like my daughter was young and we're like working. But that kind of, or even just frankly, with a family, something unplanned without devices. Like, when's the last time you let yourself be bored? And
I love it. I want to be bored. Bree, I want to be bored. And can I say this? I'm going to go back to your mother, because when it came to it, and that end was closer than you anticipated, because I'm sure her life was gone far too soon.
Yes.
You don't sit and talk about the emails.
No.
And all the work accomplishments. You talk about the do nothing days. That's what you talk about.
You know what those days, it's like sometimes people are like, well, what were those days? Was it like horrible and gut wrenching? And and it was in so many ways, but there were also so many days where like we loved to make smoothies together, or we'd walk to the park, or, I would be like, let's go to this restaurant that's wildly expensive, but like, who cares? Like,
right. Who cares?
Frankly, if the money doesn't have to last you a long time, it better give you a good time in the meantime. So we are living it up.
Okay. That's Kim's new motto.
Okay, that's another
you just
one.
gave Kim a new motto.
Okay. Bree, we got to slow it down, because I can talk to you forever. I can tell you that right now, because that is just, say that again, just for the cheap seats. Say it again.
Yes. If the money doesn't have to last you a long time, it better give you a good time in the meantime.
Okay, Travis, I hope you're listening. That's my cheap husband. Okay. Bree, we've got to do this. I could talk to you forever. I do this for every single guest. We do a rapid fire.
Rapid fire questions.
If you could be anyone's twin, who would you choose?
First person, Mariska Hargitay.
Wow.
Oh, dang.
I just think she's so cool.
Have you seen that new documentary?
No.
She just directed a documentary
It's about her
life
mother.
and her
Her
mom.
mother was,
Right.
She's fantastic. You've got to go watch that.
I need to.
She's bad to the bone.
Isn't she? And I just feel
she's
like
hot. She's fantastic.
Yeah. First thing. It was like,
oh my God. Can I just say, for rapid fire, you are the team lead, because you are killing it. Okay, anyway, what TV or movie character actually represents your life?
I'm not stumbling because I'm holding back. I'm like, oh my God, what that? What?
I'll tell you mine. Mine is Legally Blonde. Like Harvard, like it's hard. I mean, that's so me. Like, I'm like, oh crap, we can. I told my husband the other day, I was like, we can build this building. He was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, we're just going to build this building. We're going to design it. We don't even need an architect. We're just going to do it ourselves.
I think, Kim, you're a year away from your own HGTV show, it feels like. It's just every episode,
Correct.
You're like, oh yeah, we're doing this. We're renovating
like
that. You're
Harvard, it's hard. So, I mean, I got mine. Now, what's yours?
Oh my God. Can I tell you a secret? I've only seen like 12 movies in my life.
What?
I know.
Okay.
It's like,
it could be a TV show too. It could be a TV show.
Okay.
Or a book.
Now I want to know what the 12 movies are.
Yeah, right. Can I tell you your movie? To me, you remind me.
Yeah.
No, you remind me like of a Jane Austen.
Oh.
Like Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice. You're that woman that's like out there doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Jane Austen was so ahead of her time. She was so fantastic. Like you're pioneering this new work thing that's just really hot. I'm digging it.
I love that. Thank you for saving me from not knowing what movie character. I love
it's my gifting. It's my gift. My gift to you.
Amazing. Okay, I'm ready for another.
Okay, what's your go-to productivity music song?
This is going to be like a little too on the nose, but I don't care because I love it. It's the Nappy Roots "Good Day."
That's a good song.
That's fantastic.
It's really, I
would play it right now if they wouldn't sue us. But
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just like at home, you should play it. But whenever I leave my apartment in the morning, wherever I'm walking to, I put that song on first thing every day. But also, like, it's also good for productivity too, because it's like, I'm going to have a good day. I won't even try to sing it.
Well, listen, I'm going to put it on my playlist in the morning.
Yeah, it just makes me feel really good. So I will do some like lo-fi if I need to like, get in a zone and do some writing, some like jazzy sort of background music. But to get me going, I need the good day.
Okay, y'all heard it here first. Okay, if you had to start a totally new career tomorrow, what would it be?
First thing that came to mind, coffee shop owner. Everyone's like, that's a terrible idea. Do you know the
margins? No, it's a fantastic. It doesn't matter. It's so zen.
Isn't it? Like, I just want to be like, I made this for you. Here you go. And then they smile. And, I would be way into the latte art, all of it.
Yeah. And it's so like when you walk into a coffee shop, you just feel so, I don't drink coffee at all. So I go in, I buy the coffee, I drink 2 sips. I mean, it's such a waste of $16. But I'm just saying, like, there's a vibe there. It's a vibe.
Yeah. It's chill and fun, and like people are generally like, and even better if people are actually meeting there to chat and have conversations like the good old days, Yeah.
Instead of just staring at a screen. Okay. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done at work in a professional setting?
I know immediately.
Okay.
Set the scene. This was...
Set it, Bree.
This was like March 2020, right? Pandemic had just hit. We're all getting used to working from home. I had a new client. Client was wonderful, but their procurement department, which you have to go through to get all of the like paperwork signed, they're being like very difficult. And so it was a tense conversation because I'm trying to stand up for our firm and our team and get it paid on like a good, appropriate terms. So it was like this very tense conversation. My daughter was home at the time, right? Because like all the kids are at home during COVID. So I like stand up to move into the other room. So I'm carrying my laptop, but I'm carrying it at waist level because that's just how I stood up. Now, when I got dressed this morning, guess how many buttons I buttoned on my shirt? 1. And so I'm looking down at the screen, seeing my belly button face this procurement woman. Like I'm barely clothed because like I think I was just like, it's fine, it's a Zoom. I was mortified. I was like, how can
you're stripping? You're stripping.
I was like,
how did she respond? Like, how did she take it?
Oh, she didn't say anything. She like,
that's the right move.
I could see the look of horror on her face. I truly could. And she's like keeping it together because what do you say?
You just break it down and be like, girl, I can relate.
If this had been like, a fun time with the team, I would have laughed it off. But after I was like, no, I'm going to go to, it's like, yeah, I was like, note to self, button all the buttons on your shirt from now to like.
Well, I think that we're kind of tied with that because this is a true story. I was in a meeting, a very intense meeting, negotiating, and there's something about, sometimes when you think, you can hear something, but no one else can, I don't know if you ever had these like out of body experiences, like when you're on an airplane and you've got headphones,
right?
And you think nobody else can hear what comes out of your body. So,
right.
So I'm sitting at this meeting and this is true story. I'm sitting there and everybody's just wah, wah, wah. And I'm checked out. I'm like, this is a waste of my time. And all that. And so I'm just sitting and I have to pass gas. So I stand up to walk out to go to the bathroom. And as I'm walking out the door, you hear, what is it? You hear, but I thought, well, I'm out the door. I'm almost out the door so no one can hear it. So my friend says, not only could we hear it, you left a waft of odor in that place. When I walked back in, this guy from this consulting group, I'll never forget who he is. I won't name the consulting group. He goes, is everything okay?
That is so good.
So you have flashed people. I've passed gas. I think we're good, girl. I think we are our authentic selves.
Yeah.
Kim, I think your kids would call that crop dusting, for the record.
Crop dusting. That's what this is. Exactly what they call it.
This is us at our most human. We are.
Exactly. I'm doing what your book is telling me to do. Okay. Do you have a hidden talent? If so, what is it?
Yes. In fact, I can peel a banana with my toes.
Do you have a banana right now? Do you have a banana?
If you do that on air, I'm out.
You want to see it?
I do. Bree has already flashed a very important person in a company. I think doing a banana toe peel is good.
Are all of your buttons buttoned before you move the camera?
She's doing it.
God.
Let her do it.
I can't
Focus. This is a really true hidden talent. Okay,
Bree's back. The camera's down.
I'm on the floor. Okay. So here we go. I better turn this around.
This is fantastic. Oh my gosh, Bree.
And then.
That's it. I'm out. I am out.
Here we are.
That's our show. That's it. We're just gonna cue the music. That's it.
No, I'm not done. Bree, I got more for Bree.
Just kidding.
You sit right there, Bree. Sit right there. I'm obsessed with you. You are my new favorite person. What is your favorite junk food? And if you say kale, I'm gonna just lose it.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah.
Tell me why? Because it's a torturous pleasure.
I love spicy food. I have loved flaming hot Cheetos since I was like in middle school. Yeah. And like, if I was having like a hard time, my mom would come home from the grocery store with flaming hot Cheetos to cheer me up. And so still I try not to have them too much, but when I see them like in an airport, I'm like, yes, please get me some flaming hot Cheetos in my mouth.
Now that's salty. What's your sweet?
Oh, I am more of a salty person. What would I love for sweet? You know, I love a caramel anything. I'm not so much a chocolatey person, but like I can always do a flan. I can always do like a caramel coffee ice cream. That's like that's my vibe.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, yeah. This is hard again because I have watched the 12 movies. I'm like so bad with it. I think about it for a second.
Take your time. It's a serious question.
Yeah, it deserves a serious response, doesn't it?
It does.
Who is yours? And then while I think.
Mine is Timothy Chalamet right now, but I'm kind of in my cougar phase.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good one. I love his jawline. It's the jawline for me. However, his butt is really, really skinny and smaller than mine. And my mom's number one rule is never date a man whose butt is smaller than yours. And I would agree with that.
Yeah. I've dated men who are just like very narrow in the hips. And I just feel like, let's not compare.
I don't trust it. I don't trust that.
Jeremy Allen, who's the guy in The Bear?
Jeremy Allen Wright. Yeah.
Yes.
He's hot. He's good looking.
No brainer.
So good. But also, here's what I would say when I was a teenager, and people would kind of make fun of me for it, but Elijah Wood from The Hobbit. Because the big blue eyes, it's the same thing. That's why the
I'm not judging it. I'm not judging it.
Yeah, don't judge.
No judgment. I'm not. You are being your authentic self, and I am here for it.
But the Timothy Chalamet, I also like a big blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oof. That's real good.
Dark hair. You've got a type.
Yeah. For some reason, I've always liked him real tall and skinny too, which is not exactly Elijah Wood.
Me too.
But
did you want the Hobbit or did you want Elijah? Which one is it?
No, I guess the character.
Okay.
I do love some main character energy.
You do. I can feel that from you for sure. And you give it. And y'all, you got to go get Bree's new book. It's called Today Was Fun, a book about work. And let's do it together, Bree. Seriously. It's available everywhere books are sold. And you've got to go follow Bree on her LinkedIn at Bree-Groff. And she's on Substack and it's called What Work Should Be. I'm sure you're on all social media platforms, Bree. Thanks so much for coming on the show. You got to come back. And next time we want you to be able to pick grapes off and eat that with your feet. That's your new talent. That's the challenge.
I'm going to practice. I'm going to be ready. This was awesome. Thank you so much.
I love you, Bree. I love you. You are just you are joy. You really are.
You made my day. I love being here. Thank you, Kim. Love you.
Mwah. Love you too, baby. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Bree. Love you, girl. And thank you to my sponsor, Scentbird. Use my code Gravel to get 55% off of your first month at Scentbird. You can get your first fragrance for just $8, and the next month it will only be $16.95. I love the Scentbird, and so will you. Make sure you check it out. Zach Miller is the executive producer of The Kim Gravel Show. His production company is Uncommon Audio. Our producer is Kathleen Grant, the brunette exec. Production help from Emily Breeden and Sarah Noto. Our cover art is designed by Sanaz Huber at Mammarian Creative. Our show is edited by Mike Kligerman. Our guest intros are performed by Roxy Reese. Our guest booking is done by Central Talent Booking. Our ads are furnished by True Native Media. And y'all, I want to give a big, huge thank you to the entire team at QVC Plus. And a special thank you to our audience for making this community so strong. If you are still listening, then you must have liked a few episodes along the way. So tell somebody about it. Tell somebody about this show. And join our mailing list at thekimgravelshow.com. I cannot do this show without you, and so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening. I hope you gained a little bit of encouragement, light, and love from watching and listening to The Kim Gravel Show. I love y'all so much. Until next time, bye y'all.